If you're exploring a career in financial services, you probably come across an absolute range of qualifications. You've got CeMAP, you've got CF6, RO1, DipFA, CF1, and there's loads more. And they can look confusing from the outside, but once you break them down, each one has a very clear purpose. So here is a simple comparison video to help you understand how CeMAP stacks up against all the others and which one is right for you and your career goals. So first thing is, what is CeMAP itself? So CeMAP stands for, and I really struggle to say this one, Certificate in Mortgage Advice and Practice, okay? It is the most recognized qualification in the mortgage industry for mortgage advisors and mortgage brokers in the UK. It's absolutely ideal for people who want to give regulated mortgage advice, so residential, people purchasing their property to move into. It's absolutely brilliant for people who want to work as a mortgage broker or mortgage advisor, be that self-employed or employed. You need it for both career choices. If you want to start a strong career with strong earning potential with very little kind of cost up front. If you want to move into protection or specialist lending later, this is something you probably want to consider having. And if you want to build a long-term career in the mortgage industry or mortgage business itself, then CeMAP is the industry standard for all of this. Now, let's talk about CeMAP versus CF6, which is the CII mortgage advice paper. Interestingly, this is one I have. Now, CF6 is a single mortgage module offered by the CII, which stands for the Chartered Insurance Institute. Now, on its own, it doesn't qualify you to give mortgage advice, okay? But you can use CF6 as part of a bigger qualification. This is the specific qualification I have, which is Certificate in Mortgage Advice, and that requires CF6 and RO1. As a standalone, it's not enough. CF6 is not the same. So you should choose CeMAP if you want a fully recognized mortgage advisor qualification, a quicker, clearer route into the industry, one qualification that includes absolutely everything. You should only really choose CF6 if you're already taking CII exams for insurance or financial planning. If you're wanting to bolt mortgage advice onto a CII pathway, that's absolutely fine. For me, for example, I wanted to do it because one, I did it through Connells, and two, I liked the idea that I could potentially become a financial advisor, but I ended up becoming a business coach anyway. So for your mortgage career, CeMAP is probably the simplest route and it's most widely recognized. Now let's talk about CeMAP versus RO1. So RO1 is the CII exam covering regulation, all of those things. It's very similar to the FESRE, which is the new CeMAP 1 module. And on its own, RO1 does not qualify you to be a mortgage advisor. Again, you need the two. You need RO1 and CF6. So RO1 typically is taken by financial advisors, paraplanners, trainee investment professionals, anyone who's doing that, people on the DipFS or the advanced CII pathways, and those are the people who are going to do it. So you only, in this situation, you should choose CeMAP if you want to become a mortgage broker only. That's all you want to do. If you want a complete mortgage qualification in one package, because it's a bit kind of cookie cutter, not, you got to, bolt things on like Lego if you're going to do it the CII route. So if you want a route that employers recognize pretty instantly, CeMAP is great for that. Now, RO1 is good if you want a career in pensions, investments, or financial planning, or if you want to build towards that kind of diploma or chartered status. So now let's talk about the CeMAP versus the DipFA, which is a diploma for financial advisors. Now, the DipFA is a level 4 qualification for full financial advice. It allows you to advise on pensions. It allows you to advise on investments, on ISAs, all of the things, by the way, that you cannot advise as a mortgage advisor. The DipFA is way more advanced. It is more expensive and it takes a lot longer, by the way, than CeMAP. So you want to choose CeMAP in this situation if you want a fast route into mortgage advice. If you're like, I just want to be a broker, that's what you should be choosing. If you want a focused qualification with a clear entry point, CeMAP's going to be your best bet. If you want lower costs and shorter study times, they're not even comparable. CeMAP is so much quicker and so much cheaper. It's insane. Now, you should choose DipFA only if you want to become a full financial advisor. If you want to advise on pensions or investments in the future, and if you want a broader career in financial planning, then yes, that route is the one you should be considering, because CeMAP is never going to get you there. See, many advisors, though, do start with CeMAP and then later progress to that DipFA if they want to expand it later on and they see that. So which one should you choose is probably the question you're thinking with there. And it depends on the career you want. If you want to be a financial advisor, so that's investments, pensions, all of that stuff, then choose the DipFA. But if you want to start earning quickly, build a flexible career and work directly with home buyers, CeMAP is by far the best choice. But the biggest thing is the cost around CeMAP, and is it worth it, and how does that career look? And if you want to know that, check out this video on screen right now.